Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we shall be using the same data to plot different types of histograms. Remember, in our first lecture we plotted a simple histogram, so today we shall be using the same data to plot a more complex type of histogram. So the first one here is a line histogram, while the second one is a bar histogram, and the third one is also a bar histogram. But the difference between the second and the third is that where there are no spaces in this one, you can see that there are spaces here within the bars and they are evenly spaced. So that is the difference. So if you are joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel and then hit the notification bell as we proceed. So this is the question. The table below shows the results of a comprehensive strength of concrete mixes with different percentages replacement of recycled rubber aggregate. Represent the table in chart showing the results. So this is the table. As you can see here, we want to represent this in a bar chart. We want to represent it, so a bar and the line chart. So this is our replacement percentages, and then this is the number of curing days: 14, 7, 14, 21, 28 days, and these are the values of the comprehensive strength within those days. So let's move to cargo and continue our class. Okay, so this is my Python environment in cargo. So we're going to start immediately. Import numpy. You know, the first thing is usually to import the necessary libraries. So while numpy is used for numerical operation, we're also importing Matplotlib pyplot, pyplot, which will help us in plotting our results. Watch the first video to get a full explanation of these two libraries. Okay, so we can decide to add hash, we can decide to leave it. It's just for us to load the data, or load the data. You can say data dictionary, whatever you want to name it, that will be better for you. So we have data is equals to I want to use this bracket, so I will be using double quotes today. So the first one we used single quotes today. I'm making use of double quotes. So this is our replacement. Yes, so I need to include now the values of the replacement percentage. You know, this is from the table I showed you earlier, so it will be wonderful if you bring that table by your side as we are loading this data. Okay, so that you'll be seeing it. And okay, so this is 10, this is 15, this is 20, and we have 25, and we have 30. Okay, so we use our comma, we come down, we introduce our quotes, our double quotes. So we want our work to be uniform. So 7 days. So then here we have colon, and then I think I missed it here. I was supposed to put it, so add it to your own. Okay, so yes, let me put the values of the comprehensive strength within the 7 days: 14.85, 14.12, 13.89, 13.86, 13.22, 13.01, 12.90, 11.01, 9.89, 9.89. Okay, you put your comma, you press your enter. So we have for 14 days. We have for 14 days. 14 days. We have for 14 days. Yes, our colon. Then we put this. 14.88, 14.88, 14.78, 14.55, 10.55, 14.52. This is how you'll be loading it until you load all the data that was shown in that table. So 14.32, 14.32, 13.87, 13.87, 13.49, 13.49, 12.87, 12.84, 10.34. Okay. Then we have our comma. We have the double quotes, 21 days. We have this. Then we have this. Okay, we have 17.54, 16.34, 16.34, 16.31, 16.01, 15.99, 15.56, 14.77, 12.67, 11.36. Okay. Now back home, we have for 28 days now remaining. We have for 28 days. So yes, then we have this 28 days, 20.66, 19.88, 19.37, 19.24, 18.88, 18.44, 17.78, 16.86, and then we have 14, 16.86, we have 14.14. Okay, so as you can see, this is the last one, so there won't be any need for a comma. Okay, so we have replacement. And let me just separate it. Replacement. We have replacement is equals to np dot array. np dot array. We have this data. Then replacement percentage. Okay, yes. So this line converts the list of replacement percentages from the data dictionary into a numpy array and assigns it to the variable replacement. So now the curing days. The curing days is equals to 7, 14, 21, 28. So what does this line do? This line, okay, there's no need since there's no distance there. Okay, this line creates a list called curing days to store the labels for the different curing durations. We have the PLT. Okay, let me give back. I have the PLT. That's figure. We are now defining the size of the figure now. We want to define the size of the figure now. Fixed. Okay, so we are still defining our fixed size. So fixed size is equals to 8 inches wide and 6 inches tall. So that is what the axis means. So we have for I, so enumerate data, data. Let's put our quote, replacement, vintage. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, so this loop iterates through the replacement percentage list. Okay, so we go to this strength. Data 7 days. 7 days. Yes, we define that of 14 days. So let's just copy this, okay, and paste here. We change this to 14. So that will be a common. We just copy this again. We just copy this again and paste here. Then we change this 14 to 21. We just copy this and paste. Okay, just paste it here. So this should be 28 days now. Okay, so we are good to go. This shows the comprehensive strength values corresponding to each curing day are extracted. You see now these 7 days now. These are the comprehensive strength values corresponding to it. So this is for 14 days. So to make sure that they are extracted. So let's continue. Reality. Matplot. ELT.plot curing days curing days strength marker. Okay, going to define the marker is 0 output. Okay, our marker is O, not 0. So we have the label. Our label is F. So we have web. Okay. Okay. You need to be careful so that I don't make mistake. So rep percentage replacement replacement okay, we close output. Yeah, so this plus a line with markers, a label indicating the replacement percentage is assigned to each line for legend purposes. Okay, so let's now run down periodicity dot x label. Let's label the x-axis quickly. Number of curing days. We're labeling the x-axis number of curing days. Okay, well, maybe do this in sentence case. Okay, then we need to also label the y-axis now. Comprehensive strength. Then we need to label the figure by giving it a title. Then let's call it comprehensive strength versus curing days for different replacement percentages. Okay, then we come here, PLT dot legend. I want to put legend in this, so okay, after putting the legend, which helps us to differentiate the lines, we now put the grid. We put a grid line to our plot, and then this time around we would like to define how the grid line will look like. So we would want the line style to actually be dotted. So we like our line style to be dotted like this. Then alpha, we want our alpha to be, that's the transparency, we want it to be 0.7. So after that we now show. So today I will not be using this particular histogram. I don't want to use this to run it. I don't want to use it, so I want to use Shift Enter to run the code. So, and the session has started running already. So it's still running, though it does not take time. I think it's just network issues. So let's exercise a little patience as the code run. Okay, I think there is an error here at line 12. Syntax error, invalid syntax. So we need to go and edit that. So a quick rush to that line. This is the line where the error occurred. Okay, so we have to correct it immediately. I forgot to put an underscore here, so that's why you have to pay attention to every sign. And I'm also saying that this replacement now, are you seeing this one? Are you seeing this one? There is supposed to be percentage here. So even if I run it again without doing this one, it will still not run. So you need to pay attention to this. So we should press our shift enter. So you can see it is running. Let's see what okay, it has been generated. So this is our first histogram. We go to the second type of histogram, and then okay, let's assume this was not here. We delete it. If you come here, there is a code. You can see it now. Once you click it, then a new cell will open. Okay, so this is my new cell. So I want to copy this. Okay, since we are using the same data, so there's no need to reloading the data again. So let's start from here and now define other things that we needed. So we have curing this underscore here, curing this, we have curing this. So we have 7 days, we have 7 days. Okay, then we have a comma here. So now what am I going to do? I will copy these 7 days, Control C, I paste it here, I put comma, I paste it again, I put comma, I paste it again. Okay, so I will change this one to 14 days. Just to make our work easier for us, I will change this one to 21 days, and then I will change this one to 28 days. Okay, so now let's use our comment, which is the hash, which is there now, to define our bar width and then positioning. Our bar width and positioning. Okay, so bar width and positioning. What is the bar width? We have an underscore here. Bar width is 0.2. Then we have that x is equals to np dot arrange. So look at the spelling of the arrange here, so that I don't run into error. So then replacement, then replacement, yeah. Okay, so this line creates an array of evenly spaced values using np.arrange, which will be used to position the bars along the x-axis. So we now have to use this to describe, to put our description, plot bars for each during the. So we have added our description. So for I, A enumerate curing this. Okay, so this loop iterates through the curing days list, plotting a set of bars for each curing duration. Okay, so now we have to define the bar now. PLT bar x plus I multiply by bar width. We have an underscore here, bar width. We have data, we have P inside, then we have a comma here, width is equals to bar width. Double is equals to D. So this line creates the bars for the current curing duration. Okay, so let's put our description and description 2, which is hash. We want to go our labeling now. Labeling the graph. So for us to label the graph now, let's just go here and copy this, since we have defined that here to avoid repeating. Okay, so you have to paste it. Let's take this back so that everything will be in the same line. Okay, so this place, the label is going to change to the label of the x-axis will change to replacement percentage. Okay, this will remain the same. This will remain the same. But before the legend, let us introduce repeatability sticks. Then we have LTS6 x plus 1.5 multiply by bar width. Have an underscore here. Bar width replacement. Okay, so let's also put this sign here. It's supposed to be there. So now let's run our code and see what comes out. Rest here. So the code is running already. Okay, so you can see we have produced the second type of bar chart. There was no error code because we were careful in this one. So you can see this is our second bar chart. So you can see the difference. This is the first one which we produced. This is a line, but it's the same data, just different ways of representing it. And this is the second one. So now let's rush to the third one. We can see our code here. We press it. The third type now. So here now we are still going to copy our data, maybe from the second one. Maybe from the second one now. Let's copy the data here. Maybe we can copy from here. Okay, so here. Okay. Let's copy from there to there, because you can remember the third bar chart is almost like the second one. Just we want to create some spaces between the bars within a particular replacement percentage. You know, in every replacement percentage we have 4 bars. I see it now, 4 bars. So each of these bars represents the days of the query. So this np.arrange that we use here, this function here, what it does that you see that these spaces are evenly spaced. I see it now. So that is what it does to make sure that they are evenly spaced. Okay, so now let's continue with this. So now we are going to reduce the bar width. So bar width and positioning adjusted. Let's put it like that. Let's just put it like that. You can write it in any way, you understand, or you can write adjusted bar width and spacing anyhow you want to put your own comment. Okay, so group width, have an underscore here. Group width is equals to bar underscore width, bar width multiply by length curing underscore curing base. Then we have our plus here. Then we have this, that's len. We have bracket curing this. Then we have -1. Okay, so you know that we have defined the bar width as 0.1. So total width of a group, 0.1 spacing between each bars within a particular group. So now then space between groups, we have defined space between bars now. Then space between groups now, let's define it. Size between groups. You know what space between groups means? Like this place now. Space, this is a group. These 4 bars are a group. So space between groups, that is what we want to define now. Space between group. Space between group. Space between groups. If you are writing this type of words, you use underscore to separate them. Space between groups, let it be 0.3. Are you getting the sense now? We have made space between bars 0.1 and then space between groups 0.3. So you can decide to make space between bars maybe 0.2, space between groups 0.5, or anyhow you want your chart to look like. Okay. So now we have a x is equals to so that you can arrange it well. So let's just pick it here. This is what we are supposed to represent now. You remember what it does. Evenly arrangement. Okay, so now let me put it here. Okay, so and then we have not defined our fixed size, so let's also copy it here to avoid wasting our time. Where is our fixed size? Okay, it seems we did not categorically define our fixed size, so let's copy it here. Though we are supposed to define it, so that is not a big issue, but it's better you define your term so that you get the output you want. So we are defining our fixed size now, so let's make it 10. Let's change it to 10.6 now. Let's change it to 10.6 now. Okay, so now let's now plot bars for each current days with adjusted spacing. Okay, which is also here. This is what we have, and let's just copy from here. Maybe we can now edit it. Okay, for each current day, let's add this because we have adjusted the spacing. Just for comment, with adjusted spacing. Okay, so now this we might not. It's okay. This is where we are going to adjust the spacing now. Okay. I have to open the bracket here. We have bar width plus space between groups. This is our space between groups, so that it will now work with what we have defined here. Space between groups. Then we have this space between groups. Then here in this, underscore here. Okay, let's put the second bracket. Then this is data. You can see it. Like you see the end of this data there with some label there. Okay, so now we have to cross this line. Okay, so now we are going to label. So what we need is just to come here and then we select label. We copy this. So the X label remains the same, the Y label remains the same, the title remains the same, but we are going to have changes here so that it will show us what we have defined earlier. So we have group width. We have an underscore here, which is group width. Minus space between groups. Space between groups. Current days, we copy it and paste here. Then introduce this space between groups. Then current days. Okay, we have plus bar width underscore bar width over 2/2. Then we have a closing. Then our replacement remains the same thing. Okay, so we are good to go. But let's check back. Okay, everything seems okay. Okay, look at our query this. We're supposed to put another slug here. Okay, and to make sure this is positioned well, let's put multiply by 0.1 so that the numbers of the query this will be positioned well. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay, this is where we run it, but you press shift enter. So that is it. Our code has run. Okay, so now see the importance of that 0.1. Let me remove it now and run it back. Just watch the position of this 0257 now. Just watch the position now. We are going to rerun the code. Let me stay here and press shift enter. Are you seeing what has happened now? Are you seeing there is a disorganization here? So okay, so as you can see, let's clear back our first add back the 0.1. So this is the position 0.1. So it's back. Okay, so it has been corrected back on. So you see, anytime you are doing coding, you have to be careful and take note of every function that you import or input. Okay, so thanks for watching. Write down the link, and from the link we can access the full code. Okay, thank you, and that is listening from us.